These are real ways people escape kidnappers. First, while out one night, a man crept up behind a woman and tried to force her in his car. But instead of panicking, she grabbed her phone and used it to whack him on the head. Police later identified the man because of the scratches on his face, which he said came from the beach. Next, a man who was locked in his room for 20 years. The man had been locked up since he was 11. He tried everything to escape, but nothing worked. Until one day, when he was 32, he started a fire using nothing but hand sanitizer and printer paper. It was genius, and the reason he's alive today. And finally, a girl was kidnapped and dragged through the woods against her will. While her kidnapper wasn't looking, she dropped her shoes to leave a trail, and even pulled out strands of her own hair so police dogs could follow her scent. Once they reached the hideout, she started talking to him, trying to make him like her.
You're really good at survival stuff. Did you build this place?
After gaining his trust, she asked if she could borrow his phone to play a game. Instead, she used it to message her mom. Her mom got the message. Police traced it, and she was rescued that night. These are real ways people escape kidnappers. First, while out one night, a man crept up behind a woman and tried to force her in his car. But instead of panicking, she grabbed her phone and used it to whack him on the head. Police later identified the man because of the scratches on his face, which he said came from the beach. Next, a man who was locked in his room for 20 years. The man had been locked up since he was 11. He tried everything to escape, but nothing worked. Until one day, when he was 32, he started a fire using nothing but hand sanitizer and printer paper. It was genius, and the reason he's alive today. And finally, a girl was kidnapped and dragged through the woods against her will. While her kidnapper wasn't looking, she dropped her shoes to leave a trail, and even pulled out strands of her own hair so police dogs could follow her scent. Once they reached the hideout, she started talking to him, trying to make him like her.
You're really good at survival stuff. Did you build this place?
After gaining his trust, she asked if she could borrow his phone to play a game. Instead, she used it to message her mom. Her mom got the message. Police traced it, and she was rescued that night.
All right, I got the stuff. Wait, are you a cop?
No.
All right, bet.
That ain't it, cheap. Listen close, it's not like the movies. Reality check. Cops don't have to tell you they're cops. They'll lie to you in order to get what they want. And arrest.
But Mike, invoking the fifth will just make you look guilty. There's a reason why they say anything can and will be used against you, because they mean it. Even if you say you had lunch with Granny, they could still find a way to screw you over. Do you really think innocent people never go to jail? Get real. And yeah, saying nothing will look sus and could be used against you, unless you invoke the fifth. Are you getting it now? Is it starting to make sense? So was this woman's $100,000 lawsuit after being locked in a storage unit for 2 months real or fake? Yes, this happened to Wanda Hudson, and this case is so crazy because some people think she locked herself in on purpose. It seems sus because she recently lost her home and no one reported her missing the entire time. 63 days and no one at the lot heard any noise or cries for help either. She was in there for so long that her fingernails were a foot long and rescuers wore gas masks because of the smell. Wanda's story does make you feel bad for her though, and even though she didn't get the $10 million she asked for, that's probably why the jury still awarded her $100,000. Follow to play along with the next urban legal legend.
What are you doing parked back here?
Just taking a nap.
Not a big deal. I just have to make sure, you don't have any warrants or anything.
This is why we always keep our hands on 2 and 10. Showing your hands tells the officer you're not a threat. But let's be real, this officer was a little lax, don't you think? Which is why showing your hands can keep you safe from them as well. Keep your hands on the wheel so they don't think you have something to conceal. So, was the Winnebago sandwich lawsuit for $2 million real or fake? It's an urban legal legend dating back to the days of chain emails. Share this with 10 people or you'll be single forever. Seriously, share this video. It started in the early 2000s. Before TikTok, things only went viral through email. News outlets even wrote about it, and the email was signed by a fake law firm to make it seem more legit. But this one's an urban legal legend. Did you get it right? Follow me to play along with the next one. Bet you don't know which store is paying some customers up to $10,000. Here's a hint. Your credit card info might have been stolen by shopping there. Did you guess Forever 21? Hackers took credit card info from their stores in 2017 and the lawsuit just settled. So anyone who had their data stolen in those attacks may be eligible to get money. If it happened to you, go to this link or DM me 21 on my Instagram. True crime lovers, let's see if you solved this crazy trailer park murder mystery. This person got it right. As crazy as it sounds, it was a felon with melons. Back in 2013, Donna Lang suffocated her boyfriend with her breasts. Witnesses said they saw her throw him down to the ground in their trailer and later found her on top of him with her chest covering his face. Upon arrest, police recommended that she be charged with manslaughter, the first double D's to commit a Class B felony.
right, buddy, come with me.
For what?
So what are you in for?
I posted cringe.
Hey, don't admit to anything. She's an informant.
Huh?
Sorry.
You see this in TV all the time. What are you in here for? But if it happens in real life, be skeptical. Cops hide informants to gather evidence on you in the places you least expect. They can be anywhere near you while you're in custody. So if you get busted and anyone asks about your case, say you won't talk without your lawyer.
A trick that will help you spot a liar. Truthful people add facts and remember more details as they repeat their story. But liars usually memorize their story and keep it the same. One trick is to ask them to tell their story in reverse. It will make them think harder, and more trying equals more lying.
The truth about the Robin Thicke Marvin Gaye lawsuit. In 2014, Marvin Gaye's estate sued Robin Thicke and Pharrell, claiming their song Blurred Lines sound too similar to Gotta Give It Up. Take a listen. Gaye's estate argued similarities in the song's melodies, instrumentation, and overall atmosphere. Robin and Pharrell were found guilty of copyright infringement and ordered to pay $5.3 million in half the song's royalties. The verdict was appealed, and the court ruled instead of paying $5.3, they only had to pay $4.98 million, plus interest and still half the royalties. The trial set new legal precedent in which copyright infringement cases could be based not just on the song's musical score, but on its groove and overall vibe, like the use of party noises in both songs. Is that fair or too much of a blurred line?
I'm gonna search your trunk now.
Listen up, cops can usually only search your trunk if they have Do you have any of these, officer?
No, I don't. You know, Law by Mike, you're always making my job difficult. Like, what's your problem? Like, I'm trying to do my job, and you're making people know their rights and things. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't even do. I'm taking a break.
When is it okay to do this? Well, technically it's self-defense if your response is reasonable to the level of the threat.
Just to answer the question, sir.
You seem nervous, man.
Well, Mike, thank God you're here. I've never testified before. What do I do?
I'll walk you through it. Just tell the truth. Ask the lawyer to explain more if you're confused. Only answer what's asked. Never offer more on your own. And stay calm. If there's one thing to remember, don't argue with that lawyer.
Okay, bet. Thanks, little Mike.
Little Mike. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you can't trust a thing this man says. He's clearly crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. It's the man on my shoulder. Huh?
Update. California has been divided into 5 regions. If any region's intensive care units drop below 15% capacity, the lockdown will go into effect in that region within 24 hours. When that happens, the region will be on lockdown for at least 3 weeks, and the lockdown will continue thereafter unless the capacity goes at 15% or higher. Currently, the lockdown is not in any region, but given current stats, it's expected to occur in the vast majority of California within the next few days.
Did Olivia Rodrigo really copy Paramore? To prove copying in court, you have to show that the artist had access to the work and substantial similarity. But substantial similarity can go either way. Compare the two songs.
Sure, they both hit the chorus at the same interval with a similar emotion, but most would say the similarity ends there.
But not all jurors are music gurus, and opinions may vary. So Olivia maybe took the safer route and just gave Paramore credit, but some sources say she gave up to 50% of the royalties. What do you guys think? Does Paramore deserve the credit, or was 50% too good for them? The insider trick that lawyers use to spot a liar. Use it to catch them in your life like I catch them in court. The thing is, when truthful people tell stories, they add facts and remember more details. But a liar will usually memorize their story and keep it the same. So do this. Ask them to repeat the story in reverse. If they struggle, you got yourself a liar.
You can actually sue the police if they arrest you for refusing to show your ID. It's been done. Ow, bro.
Sorry, man. You hit him in the face? Hit him right in the face.
So was this woman's $1 million lawsuit against a phone book for listing a bad doctor, fact or cap? This person got it right, but it's not as crazy as you think. Michelle Nepper wanted to remove her excess body fat, so she found a doctor in the plastic surgery section of the phone book. The ad said the doctor was certified, but he was only certified as a dermatologist. And he messed up so bad the amount of fat he removed left her nerves exposed. Turns out the advertiser put the doctor in the wrong section on purpose to get more money for him and themselves. Michelle sued the doctor, but she also sued the phone book advertiser for misleading her. Was justice served? Let me know in the comments.
Place in the US where murder is legal. It is literally called the zone of death.
Theoretically, this is true, but no one has ever been tried for murder in the zone of death, so we don't know what the courts would do. There was one case of illegal hunting that occurred in the zone of death that suggested their trial would occur in Wyoming, so don't get any ideas.
Part 2, answering your Google questions. Question 3. Can I legally take back a gift? A gift is a legally enforceable transfer under contract law. In other words, your ex is keeping the PlayStation. Sorry. Question 4. Can I legally vape at 16? You can't legally vape in the US until you're 21, and even then you shouldn't. Last one. Can I legally work 7 days a week? It depends which state you live in. Some require a day off. If it's good enough for Chick-fil-A, it's good enough for you. Others don't have that requirement, so check your overtime laws. Have any more questions? Let me know in the comments. Your ex is keeping the PlayStation. I'm answering your most Googled legal question, and some of these are bizarre. Is it legal to download YouTube videos? I hope you're not talking about mine. It depends. You can download copyrighted material from the internet for your own use, but you can't distribute it or make money from it. If you do, you need the copyright owner's permission for that. So unless you actually ask Mr. Beast, it's illegal. Have you searched other questions? Put them in the comments.
Lawyer reacts to internet's shocking questions.
In part 1, we talked about this Reddit user who saw footage of herself used in the movie Don't Look Up without her knowing. What can she do? Probably not much. She admitted in the same post that a small production company owns the footage. If they own it, they can sell it to someone else to use however they want. On the bright side, now you can add a DiCaprio movie to your resume. Would you sue your favorite sports team for $6 billion? Well, one angry fan is doing just that. He claims that the New York Jets and Giants are causing depression and anguish for New Yorkers. Not because they suck. It's because they play in New Jersey, and fans don't even get to enjoy a team named after New York in their state. I mean, can you blame them? How would you feel if a company made money off your state's name without even being there? What if you had to cross state lines just to show love for your hometown? How should the court tackle this case? Comment below. I'm answering your most Googled legal question, and some of these are bizarre. Is it legal to drive barefoot? There's actually no federal or state law against it. It's just really gross. Is it legal to record a conversation? I think they're asking about recording private conversations. In most states you can, but in certain states like these, you have to get consent from all the parties. Last one. Is it legal to... Can you sue somebody for ruining your relationship?
Oh no. Is that really a thing?
Sounds like I'm gonna need a lawyer.
Huh? What are you doing here? Honey, who was that?
Invoke the fifth?
That's right. If you live in one of these 6 states, you can actually sue someone for being a Mr. Steal Your Girl.
You can't prove we did anything.
I literally caught you. But also, doesn't matter. Because in those states, you can sue anyone for ruining your relationship. Even if they didn't directly engage in hot, steamy betrayal.
Wait, what?
Seriously, in those states, all you have to prove is that you were in a happy marriage and they caused your partner to love you less.
Honey, you know I love you. But that man of yours is a real doofus. You need a real man. One wearing a nice Argyle sweater. You know what, Dad? You're right.
As you can see, Your Honor, our smooches and snuggle rate was here. And then we see a steep decline in Q3 once my wife started hanging out with her dad more. You owe Law by Mike $10 million.
What? Is that adjusted for inflation?
Some people have been awarded up to $30 million in cases like this.
No. 10 is fine. I'll give my checkbook.
What happens when you win the lottery but you're under 18? While it's true that in all 50 states it's illegal for minors to purchase lottery tickets, there might be a loophole that could make you the richest kid in school. It's illegal for minors to purchase a lottery ticket, but do you know what isn't a crime? Getting a nice gift.
Uncle Mike, it's my birthday.
Here you go, champ.
Oh, no way. This statistically could be worth a lot of money. Thanks, Uncle Mike.
That's right. And since it was a gift, he can keep it. However, the problem is if he makes the mistake of going to claim his millions, but accidentally says he purchased the ticket, my nephew would be going back with no winnings, even if he does look 35. Just look at this case in California, where a man was denied $5 million because his 16-year-old son purchased a ticket. Long story short, that gas station done goofed and they didn't get their money. But how do you actually get the money if you win? One of two ways. Either the money will be put into an account for you to receive on your 18th birthday, or they give it to your parents, who legally have to give it to you. At least in states like Texas that have laws that specifically say that parents have a legal duty to give their kids the owed prize money. And that's